100K, 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 every day, we don't play, here to stay, we here to stay, concentrate, anticipate, it's okay,
Hello, my crypto juggernauts and family. Welcome to Mx3 Crypto Report, your destination for relevant crypto information when you need it the most. My name is Michael, and we have Mike.
Aloha.
And we have Mark.
Hey, everybody.
And we are MX3. Thank you for tuning in today. And as per usual, please subscribe, hit that like, hit that notification button, and leave a comment. We appreciate your support as we continue to give you more valuable content. All right, let's head over to that news section. Fed approves rule banning its officials from trading stocks, bonds, and also cryptocurrencies. So this is a juicy topic. Guys. Let's read through it a little bit here. Federal Reserve officials will be able to trade a slew of assets, including stocks and bonds, as well as cryptocurrencies, under new rules that became formal Friday. Following up on regulations announced in October, the Policymaking Federal Open Market Committee announced that most of the restrictions will take effect May 1st. The rules will cover FOMC members, regional bank presidents, and a raft of other officials, including staff officers, bond desk managers, and Fed employees who regularly attend board meetings. They also extend to spouses and minor children, which is very interesting. The Federal Reserve expects that additional staff will become subject to all or parts of these rules after the completion of further review and analysis, a release announcing the rules stated. The rules aim to support public confidence in the impartiality and integrity of the committee's work by guarding against even the appearance of any conflict of interest, the statement also said. Central bank officials acted after disclosures last year that several senior Fed officials had been trading individual stocks and stock funds just before the time the central bank adopted sweeping measures aimed at boosting the economy in the early days of the COVID spread. Wowzers, guys, wowzers.
So my first question.
Yeah.
Is why were they allowed to do this to begin with? I mean, isn't this, or wasn't that kind of an overt form of insider trading?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to me.
But with everything else,
right? I believe like with insider trading, like that's for like people that manage the stocks, like people within the stock market, right? On Wall Street, right?
Okay,
and they know about.
Well, here's the thing: the Federal Reserve. Okay, they're a part of the whole central bank system.
Mm-hmm.
It's like an octopus. Okay, it's like an octopus. If you have 8 arms and they can go anywhere, they're gonna go somewhere. So, maybe I'm being cynical.
Can I make a quote on that?
Please.
Just to quote George Costanza, when he seduced the cleaning lady in his office, and his boss found out and asked him, "Why did you do that?" And George Costanza said, "Was that wrong?"
Oh man.
Okay. But okay, I guess my other question is, and we'll probably get to it. I don't want to get ahead of myself. My thought is, seriously, who's gonna monitor an organization that has unlimited power and pretty much can do what they want to do. So they talking about, helping the public, confidence to in this space, but who like what's still saying, who's watching the watchers?
Right.
So
And good point. And I pulled up this definition of like insider trading from Investopia just to get the audience more clear about what insider trading is and stuff like that. And some key takeaways is that insider trading is the buying or selling of a publicly traded company's stock by someone who has non-public material information about the stock. Another point is that material non-public information is any information that could substantially impact an investor's decision to buy or sell the security that has not been made available to the public. Two more points are: this form of insider trading is illegal and comes with stern penalties, including both potential fines and jail time. Last point: insider trading can be legal as long as it conforms to the rules set forth by the SEC. So that these are some interesting things. So,
oh, buddy. Okay.
So if you scroll down a little bit, it says right there, crypto ban. So I know some of y'all might be saying, how does this relate to crypto? Okay, so if you guys,
real quick, how does this relate to crypto?
All right, we about to find out. So the announcement Friday extended the ban to cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, which were not mentioned in the original announcement in October. Under regulations, officials still holding market positions will still have 12 months to shed prohibited positions. New Fed officials will have 6 months to do so. In the future, officials covered by the new rules must give 45 days notice before making any permissible assets purchases, a restriction that will go into effect July 1st. They then will have to hold those positions for at least a year and will be banned from any trading during periods of heightened financial market stress. There's no set definition of the term, which will be determined by the Fed chair and the board's general counsel. Along with stocks, bonds, and cryptos, the ban extends to commodities, foreign currencies, sector index funds, derivatives, short positions, and agency securities, or using margin debt to buy assets. Congress has been debating a measure that will also restrict its members from individual stocks, though it has not been adopted yet. I know a lot of people those people that have been using this, they probably gonna fight this. They probably gonna fight it. Nancy Pelosi.
I don't think she would, man. I don't think she'd fight. I don't think she has to. I don't. But again, I'm maybe being cynical. And then the term. There's no set definition of the term, which will be determined by the Fed chair and the board's general counsel.
Oh yeah, you spotted that.
Oh man, and
it's like a gray area.
Oh man. Okay,
yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
You know what? I guess at some point, it's all about public trust and confidence, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And plus, this is regarding buying, trading, trading stocks, bonds, and other cryptocurrencies. It's regarding trading. So is it not regarding? But they also mentioned selling, also correct? Buying and selling, also.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But that's purchases. But
and this is strictly in regards to crypto. But again, that's something that actually can be monitored, not just by internal processes, but by the blockchain in and of itself.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I don't know. I guess all the things that have happened in the past in regards to these institutionalized organizations that try to govern themselves or say they're going to govern themselves, and then all these things come out later down the line. I don't know, in terms of public confidence, again, I may sound like a skeptic here, but like the old saying, a dog never changes its spots. So if we honestly and truly think that this organization is going to strictly adhere to these mandates, or the employees of these organizations are going to adhere to these mandates, and that the organization itself is going to monitor them, but there's no set definition of the terms. So what are we looking for then? What can we expect?
I was just going to mention that what you mentioned is the same thing I was just thinking about, because when I mentioned about the trading, selling, if we look at the words, what they actually say, what this article actually mentions, because it says, in the future, officials covered by the new rules must give 45 days notice before making any permissible asset purchases. A restriction that will go into effect July 1st. They then will have to hold those positions for at least 1 year and be banned from any trading during periods of heightened financial market stress. So what is the definition of financial market stress? So is it
right,
the market dips a little bit? If it completely crashes? I mean, what's the definition? I mean, it leaves it open to interpretation, doesn't it?
Right.
You know what? I'm sorry. Look, I just got to get this one out. I was watching that Joe Rogan podcast today, where the guy he had been a terrorist or suspected terrorist. He had been held, in overseas prisons and all of that. And President Bush, he had a meeting with President Bush, and President Bush was asking him about himself, and he was talking about how he had been tortured. And President Bush stopped him and said, "What's your definition of torture?" So it's a sliding scale,
right,
for people, especially governmental agencies. It's always a sliding scale, but it's not defined here. The terms are defined. So anything, okay, the market could have shifted, a few degrees, and that's okay, or vice versa. So it's all gray. It's all gray area stuff.
Yeah, I mean, if you prevent me from eating sweets for a week, I consider that torture.
Right.
Okay. So,
oh man.
Well, everybody can read into this whatever they see or however they take it, but that to me works to the benefit of the organization, because everybody's expectations are going to be different depending on how they read this.
Yeah.
Well, officials, you know yourself, so y'all be careful out there. Y'all made a lot of money already. Okay, so we out of time. We out of time for this segment, so we're gonna just move on to the next segment, which is the lesson segment. All right, beautiful. So in today's lesson, we're going to define trading in the crypto space. We will define, we'll describe what technical analysis, and we'll also talk about the different types of trading. And if we have time, we will also look at a chart or two. All right, so trading in cryptocurrency. Trading cryptocurrency is the act of buying or selling cryptocurrencies within a crypto market in order to either exchange one crypto to another and to make a profit. Okay, so there are 5 different types of technical trading practices. One is scalping, also known as micro trading. And so this one entails, taking very small profits from many trades. I know last time, Mike, you were talking about, how were you sustaining yourself off of crypto for that long period of time? And I feel like there were some times where I was doing a little bit of scalping, which is, taking a little bit of profits off the top and then keeping that principal still running in some type of farm or some type of stake of some sort, Yeah. And so that term is very familiar to me, and stuff like that. So another one is day trading. I know we've talked about this before in our first episode, buying and selling crypto and not holding any positions overnight. Another one real quick is momentum trading. Is a practice when a trader jumps, onto a crypto during the breakout right before the pump. Once again, guys, very extremely risky, and so a lot of these trades that I go through are for experts. Okay, please don't jump into the 10-foot pool if you don't know how to swim. Okay, stay in the kiddie pool because this is expert stuff. All right, swing trading, capturing short-term trends, position trading, unlike momentum or swing trading. This type of trading, and the last one I'll talk about, it attempts to predict whether the present trend will continue for a much longer time period and where you put your position for that. Moving quickly through this, what is technical analysis in trading? So that is a discipline employed to evaluate investments and identify trading opportunities in price trends and patterns seen on charts. Okay, beautiful. So what I'm going to do real quick here is I'm going to show you a place where you can find different charts, and I'm going to just explain the overall interface of that place, and we won't go into too much detail on this episode. On a future episode we shall. So yeah, this is the trading view, and you can come in here and do a lot of technical analysis. You can draw your technical lines and stuff like that. And right now what I'm looking at is the Bitcoin chart, and as we can see, it's gone through a lot of turbulences, forming this head and shoulder pattern over here. And as you can see right now, it's kind of having this bear trend right here where it's going down. And I just want to make a quick shout out that I will be doing live TA very soon, over sometime in the weekdays. I don't want to make it official yet, but when that happens, please do not feel shy to tune in, because I will break this down further. But for those of you that are not familiar with this is TradingView, and you can come in here, you can do your technical analysis, you can trying to figure out and draw these lines and make sure where things are going in accordance, and stuff like that. And this right here, it looks like a bear flag. It's going down. It's going to keep trending down, and I don't see.
What's the date range on that, Michael?
So
on the down flag,
November 11th, 2021.
Yeah,
it starts showing bullish sentiment. Has a little bit of a bounce, but then keeps going down here. Around 16th February, just around the time we started hearing a lot of FUD concerning, international news elsewhere and stuff like that. So definitely we'll break this down. And one thing I wanted to show you guys before we close the lesson is this right here. So once again, if you come to the part of the channel, the live segment that we'll be doing, so I'll be educating on these type of charts, basically showing how price movements works and the different type of technical analysis that we can apply to it. Like, for example, we can see that, once we have an impulse wave, we can see it's coming up a little bit because there's a little price movement. There's a little buy action happening. And you might see some sideways action, which we call a consolidation wave, and usually you apply the certain support. So you can see the supports that they applied above and below it. So you can see if it goes below a certain support line, and we'll talk about that later, you can see if it's going to break down or break out. And as we see in this one, it broke out of that support and it shows bullish sentiment here and stuff like that. So we'll definitely talk more about that stuff. And that's it for today's lesson segment. And let's move over to the Q&A with Mark today. Go ahead and take the wheel, Mark.
And we have some pretty anxious people that like to get their questions from the crypto community. A couple of people actually wanted to know if we could get, because it's tax time and people are filing their taxes and they have a lot of questions regarding cryptocurrency and taxes. So first question that came in, it says, are cryptocurrencies taxable? Right to the point.
You want to handle this one first, Mike, or you want me to go first?
Well, I'll answer that with a question. Do you live in a civilized society? If so, then the answer is most definitely. If they could tax your shoelaces on your shoes, they would. But yes, cryptocurrency is taxable. And to be honest with you, I was doing a little research today. The U.S. government has been so kind as to actually update the tax information for actually no, that was for last year, for 2021. So there are different brackets and there are different codes for everything. Just like with the taxation of fiat currency, they are slowly but surely bringing all that into alignment with fiat currency as well. And the penalties for not paying those taxes, whether you forget or whatever, even if you don't pay them on time, there's pretty stiff penalties. So you definitely, before you do anything in terms of selling and trading, you want to make sure that you familiarize yourself with that.
Yeah, that's beautiful. One thing that I know that is sure, during this time period that we have on Earth is death and taxes.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah,
Right.
And that's for sure. And it's like I think I said this in an earlier episode, because I was like, before, when people were saying that, crypto is a scam, it's just a place where people can launder the money, just every type of negative thing they could say about it. The government wasn't worried about it then. But then when they saw that, legit people were making legit money out of this thing, they were like, we're going to tax you. And they came in hard. It's a property. It's security, all of that, And so, once again, ladies and gentlemen, crypto is taxable. Just like with the stocks, short-term trades, long-term trades and stuff like that. They did have this one article that I read that they said that if you make a trade under $200, I don't think it's taxed. If you make a trade under $200, I'm not sure. And I would please in the comments, if you guys know any updates upon that information, please let me know, and I will update my worldview on that too. Thank you.
Nice. And I just want to add that it is possible that it can be taxed as capital gains or as income, because the government views most cryptocurrencies as property. So depending on if the cryptocurrency was bought, sold, or transferred in 2021, but you want to be sure to check with the tax specialist with the concentration in cryptocurrency, because all tax people are not familiar with cryptocurrency and how to handle cryptocurrency. And we're not financial experts, so make sure that you check with a tax specialist.
Yes.
Okay, so the next question is kind of leading up to that. Next person asked for the next question is, are cryptocurrencies used for illegal purposes?
You go first on this one, Mike.
Okay. I mean, it's just like that whole same debate about having a gun. Like, it's not the gun's fault. I mean, it's the user. I mean, like, and I understand it's dangerous. Like, really, okay, let me put it like this. And once again, I'm not in any type of gun organization. I don't really even care for guns like that. So please, okay. So what I'm trying to say is this. I'm trying to say that nowadays, if a person wants to do illegal activity, it's more easier for them to wash out cash than it is to wash out cryptocurrencies and stuff like that. Because once again, cryptocurrencies, there's still, even though it has help me out with this word, guys. Anonymity, is that how you say it? Anonymity, right? Even though it has anonymity, there's still trace patterns. You can still see where the money is being moved. But that's why cash reigns supreme when in criminal organizations, and people always tend to miss that. But once again, that's besides the point. The point is that crypto is just a tool. It's just a financial tool, financial asset. How the money is being moved depends on the individual. And yes, there's good and bad people in this world, and that's a constant, so it's not necessarily crypto being an asset for criminals. It's just that criminals use whatever asset they can get to do whatever they please, because they criminals. That's what they do. So once again, I believe that, the world, regardless, is moving towards this. And, there's always going to be this repository of these type of scares, these type of, doomsday things, these type of things with criminals that somehow people like to tie in with cryptocurrencies. There's always going to be a repository of that. But I still stand firm saying that this is still one of the most innovative, one of the best financial places to be in the world at this time.
Yeah. And just to chime in on that, excuse me, while cryptocurrencies themselves are not illegal, they can be used by criminals, just like with fiat money. It can be used by criminals in different ways. Right.
Bearer bonds.
Right. Shoot.
Money laundering, fraud, scams.
You can use anything. I mean, guys, go and watch Ozark. Go and watch Ozark on Netflix. Watch Ozark. Did you see them use Bitcoin, or what were they? They were using cash.
Gift cards.
Gift cards, all of that. Casinos. Come on, man. I feel like people are just reaching when they just want something bad out of it, But
some people honestly don't know. I mean, some people really don't know, and it's one of those things where, like, I think I can't remember which one you guys used the analogy about the gun. It's like anything else. It really and truly is. It's not the device. It's the person wielding it. So anything can be used for ill-gotten goods, and crypto is too.
Spot on.
Yep, totally agree. And the next question kind of leads right into that question, because the next person asks, should we be worried about the legitimacy of cryptocurrencies like global governments?
Should we be worried about the legitimacy?
Yeah, how some countries, some global governments say that it's illegal, that you can no longer use Bitcoin in other countries.
You're making it illegal.
Yeah, so I think they're kind of leaning toward asking if the United States is going to make it illegal here.
Man, go ahead, Mike.
Okay. I think that actually, you're right. It leads, the previous question leads into this, and this actually loops back to the first question in terms of taxes. Because now that governments are actually taxing it, I don't think we have to worry about that.
Right.
I really don't. If they're taxing it and they're making money off of it, it's here. It's here. Yeah. And they don't tax things that aren't legitimate or legal. So the fact that they're taxing it lends more legitimacy to it, in my opinion.
I agree. And like, even with these bans and stuff like that, I mean, VPN intent. But look, I'm not telling y'all to do anything y'all don't have to do. But what I'm saying is this.
Because they're banned in some countries too, Michael.
Right. What I'm saying is this. Look, China, made the ban and all of that stuff, But look, I think even in China, they didn't necessarily even say that you couldn't possess cryptocurrency. They just said that you couldn't trade it. I'm not too sure.
Mine it.
Or mine it, right?
Yeah.
You couldn't mine it, but I still believe you can probably possess it and even exchange it, Okay. So it just depends. But once again, if a country can make money out of this, and I wouldn't want to be an official in a country whereby another country is making great gains out of this, and we can potentially make gains, tax-wise and otherwise from, the movement of this, financial asset. I would want to be in it. So it just makes sense, unless there's some type of more, a different agenda or some type of political play or nefarious activity in the background that doesn't necessarily have to do with that. I completely see this as something that governments are going to get into. I even see to the extent that governments are going to create their own crypto.
Yeah,
I believe they're going to create their own digital currency, and hopefully I'm far away from everybody when they do that.
You mentioned it. I have to kind of put it out there. The central bank in the UK they're already planning that. They're already planning to create a digital central bank currency. Mm-hmm. So the ball's rolling.
Yeah, and that's going to be scary. I know we can definitely talk a lot about this, but I'll leave it up to you, Mark.
No, I think the U.S. government has completely backed cryptocurrency. I think they've completely backed cryptocurrency in this country, because if they were thinking about illegalizing it, making it illegal, they wouldn't be considering regulating. Yep. They wouldn't be looking into regulating. So yeah, I believe they've completely backed it. Not only that, but what I just recently found out is that the Secret Service has their own website now. The Secret Service created a website called the Secret Service Cryptocurrency Awareness Hub online. They have their own website dedicated to giving information about cryptocurrency, to debunk any falsehoods about cryptocurrency. So they have information to combat misinformation regarding cryptocurrency and to investigate cyber crimes. Crypto crimes. Yes. So they're deeply rooted in cryptocurrency.
Okay.
And that's
wow.
They actually, if you have a chance, for anybody, go out there, look at their website. They actually have a little video that they put out there. It's where they show Secret Service people in the office, and they have these big screens up on the wall where it's like they're monitoring the crypto process and monitoring the blockchain and saying, hey, do you think that's suspicious? And they're supposed to be following up on anybody. So if you have, if someone puts in a report, say, hey, somebody stole my Bitcoin or somebody stole my cryptocurrency, you can go to the Secret Service website and file a report there. They'll investigate it and they'll try to get you your Bitcoin back, your cryptocurrency back.
You know what they should put? Like you said, they answer questions about, security and all that. Like they should put what they're gonna do with the 4.5 billion crypto that they just got from the hackers. Because it's still sitting in their chambers, right? So what they gonna do with it? They should put that in their report.
That's probably a different department. That's probably the FBI or somebody.
Wow. I don't even know how to respond to that. I don't know whether to be optimistic or terrified. So I'm gonna leave it at that.
Right.
I'm gonna leave it at that.
That was my last question that came from the crypto community.
All right, beautiful. We love questions now. And keep dropping stuff in the comment section, and we would love it and appreciate it. But guys, that's all the time we have for today. And thank you so much for tuning in. We really appreciate you. Please do not forget to subscribe, drop a like, hit that notification button. And if you haven't already done so, kindly leave some comments. As I said, we love the comments, and we'll try our best to answer them for you. Once again, thank you so much. We'll be on same time next week to give you that crypto information when you want it and need it the most. Peace.
Peace.
See ya.
Tomorrow can be a better day if you're looking to get some figures for better pay. Invest in yourself, man, that is the only way. Get your club up, 100K followers. How you do that, man? By not being a follower. How you get there, man? Hustling and bustling. Then you spice it up, put some brain.